Hey there, folks. I'm Mike Lyman. Thanks for tuning in to MA Lyman 24. I appreciate it. Today's a little something different. Not metal detecting today, and not coin roll hunting, silver stacking, treasure hunting, or anything like that. I'm doing a different kind of pay it forward out at the cemetery, local one. Going to be cleaning some headstones again today. Believe it or not, one of my cleaning headstone videos is one of my most watched videos ever. That's pretty cool. But I did some serious cleaning about 3 years ago, and they're still looking very, very good. This is my grandmother and my uncle right here, and as well as my grandfather over there. That could be my great-grandfather. I gotta double check. But great-grams over there, and a few friends and people I went to school with here. So I'll flip you around, show you what the stones used to look like and what they look like now. Stay tuned. Alright, these ain't my family's headstones, I know, but these have the green and yellow spores on them, and they get really, really, really difficult to get off there the longer they've been on there. I got this stuff, this citrus base. It's biodegradable. It's not harmful to flowers or anything like that. But theirs were covered 3 years ago. You couldn't even see the writing on them anymore, and they're still looking good today. That was my uncle. This is my grandmother, my mom's mom. Still looking great. And this one you couldn't even read, but it's got some grass residue on it. I'm going to sweep that off now. Wipe it down real quick, and give it a spray, and it should be good for another few years. I check them every year, just make sure. I'll get to you, back to you on that one. Hello, back at it again. All right, got these all swept up. I got them soaked down again. So that should kill anything that has started. And should be good to go for another couple of years. I'll swing back in a couple months just to check on them, and then I'll stop back again next year. But hey, I got a great aunt and uncle over there I gotta check on. I got a family friend who was a police officer in town over there. I got another distant cousin right there who was in the service. I'm gonna swing over there next, and let's do that one. He's on the Vietnam Wall. All right, I'll be back. Beautiful day. It's getting hot already though. Whew, it's supposed to be up to 100 today. So I'm out early. It's about 8 a.m. now. But let me get this swept off of there. This one's not too bad. Got a little green spore growing right there. It's the first one I've seen in a couple of years now, since I cleaned it, 3 years ago. Let me sweep this off real quick. I'm gonna spray it down. I'll get back to you. See where the other stuff's starting to peel off from a few years ago. Still dying. Alright, finish sweeping it off. Spray it down. I'll get right back to you. Yeah. Distant cousin. Joe passed away in the Vietnam War. He's on the Vietnam Wall. Bees are out. Alright, just got it all swept down, soaked down. Hopefully next time I come, all that green stuff will be out of the flowers and out of the letters here. All those spores that are starting to grow again. I did good for a couple of years. I didn't notice them coming back last year, but hopefully this will take care of it. We'll come back and check again in a few weeks. All right, on to the next. Alrighty, this one is my great aunt and uncle, my mom's aunt and uncle. He was a carpenter at Pratt & Whitney for many years, retired there. I just swept this one off ahead of time before I went live here. Let me spray it down. Hopefully it'll, I don't see too much of the green spores growing back. Just a little bit of bird residue on there, but let me spray it down. It should be good for a couple of years. I'll get right back to you. Alright, here's another buddy of mine that I went to school with, Gregory Smith. Like I said, about 3 or 4 years ago, he couldn't even see the headstone at all. I got it cleaned up. It's a little bit dirty this year. Let me go get my broom. I'll sweep it on down. I'm not seeing any more spores that came back, so this one's doing pretty good. Like I said, let me clean the grass off of here. I'll just give it a coating. It should be good for a few more years. Alright. On to the next one. This is known as Lakeview Cemetery. You can see the lake in the background there. Zoom in a little bit if I can. Those are the two islands in the middle. Sears. Owners of Sears and Roebuck. They donated a park on the lake here, Sears Park, for the townspeople. Very cool. Alright, I'm headed on down this way to a police officer that was in town here. He was a friend of the family's. I did his a few years back. Let's go check on it and see how it's doing. Alright, I'll get back to you. Alright, Richard J. Rule. Richie Rule. Most of you guys know him as. Yeah, his had a lot of green spores. Like that green stuff there. All over it a few years ago. When I cleaned it last time. Oh, someone left a quarter. That's awesome. Let me make sure I put that back there after I sweep it down. Alright, I get my broom, we'll clean it off, we'll spray it down one time. It should be good for another couple of years. I'll get right back to you. Richie, good to see you, brother. You're all set for another couple of years. Got you sprayed down. Any of the spores that are left on you, I put the quarterbacks right there. Any of the spores that are on here, I toss them down the bottom. Hopefully it'll take care of them. And we'll move on to the next. It's getting up to about 85 now. It's getting hot. Whew. Still got another cemetery to do next town over, so let's get busy. Alright, this is my great-grandmother, my great-grandfather, and my mother's brother, another uncle of mine. Alright, let me get the broom out, sweep this down. All the spores are off this one still, it looks like. But I'll spray it down again, so it should be good for another couple of years. Awesome! Oh, that was my great-grandfather. Died December 31st, 1958. About 5 years before I was born. At the age of 59. Wow. World War. Alright, let me sweep these off. Get back to you. Whew, alrighty. I think that's one cemetery in East Hampton done. Unless I see one on the way out that I missed, I'll stop and get that. I'm gonna run over to McDonald's, get a nice hot coffee on this hot day. Maybe get an Egg McMuffin. I'm a little hungry now. I worked up an appetite. I gotta run over to Marlboro Cemetery. And I forgot, there's another cemetery in East Hampton I gotta do, so I'll hit that one on the way back. Just to clean up a few and yeah, give it a try. If you guys want to clean up some headstones, just get some Wet and Forget. It's on Amazon. It's made in New Zealand. It's a citrus-based, biodegradable. It's not harmful to plants. They use it on roofs to take the green and yellow spores off of shingles. but it works great on headstones as well. Doesn't harm them. Been doing it for 6 years now, and some people don't like it, but hey, it cleans up the headstones. It doesn't harm them. And hey, get out there and clean up a headstone. It'll do you good, you know. All right, let's get on to the getting. I'm getting hungry. See you at McDonald's later. All right, I don't know if this one looks familiar or not. This is my second cousin Dave Lord's parents. This is one of the first stones I did. I mean, it was so bad you couldn't even read names or nothing on it, dates, but it's looking good. I don't see spores on it at all. It's been about 3 or 4 years. The back was totally covered. That looks clean still. It's got some grass on it. I'll sweep it off. I'll spray it down to get some of that bird residue off, and it should be good for a few more years. Yeah, I think this video is my highest ranked video. I got like 21,000 views on it. Just from cleaning some headstones. Okay, get out there and try it. Does the body good. All right, let me get this done. I got on to the next. All right, I'm glad I did spray this one, because it did have one of those little green spores coming back there. And another one down here. So I'm glad I got it sprayed. Next heavy rainstorm, those should wash off, and should be good to go. Oh, there's another one. Yeah. So, sprayed every 2 or 3 years. Should be good to go. Alright, on to the next. Alright, this is a stone my lady that works with my mom. This is her grandparents. Asked me to clean it. It was bad. He couldn't read it. This one. I'll give it a quick spray anyways while I'm here, just to make sure nothing's going to be growing on it anytime soon. Should be good for a few more years. Alright, on to the next. Alrighty, I forgot to mention I'm in the second cemetery now, over in Marlboro, Connecticut. Next stop, I'm going to go check out my father's, and my uncles, and my grandparents' headstones and see how they're doing. They look pretty good. I was here a couple months ago with Mom, trimming up the Rose of Sharon bushes. I'm going to go check them out and see how they're doing. Back to you. Alrighty. Did a couple over there. And this is my great-grandfather, my grandmother and grandfather, my dad, and my aunt and uncle. Stones are still looking pretty good when I did them a couple years ago. Well, let me get my spray down since I'm here, and they should be good for a few more, just to make sure. I'll get back to you. Not bad, up in the high 80s now. Sweating a little bit, but hey, I'm gonna finish up these, and I still got one more cemetery to do. So stay tuned, and thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Alrighty, all cleaned off, all sprayed off. Should be good for a couple more years. I'll stop back in the fall again, just check up on them. They should be good to go. Alright, Rose of Sharon's gotten big. Thanks for tuning in, and I think we're done for this cemetery for now. Well, I got one more to check over there real quick, and then I'm gonna head back to East Hampton and do that second cemetery. All right, thanks again for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the video. It's gonna get a little warmer soon, but yeah, it really helps spraying them down every couple of years to get that those spores off, because once they're on there for years, it takes a while to get them off. So hey, I'll be with you shortly. Hold on. Here's another one I did. Over there was a grandparents, but there was an angel there. Put that back up here. Alright. Moving on to the next. Alright, just one more to do. On my way out, did a couple more here. Just a little bit covered with grass. I don't see any, some mold spores starting there. I think something was glued there, maybe. There's some bird residue on it. I'll spray it down before I leave. Next time it rains, it'll be nice and clean. Alright, on to the next.